On today's episode of At Home with GKR Motor Cars, Tyler gets us into gear with the 1969 Chevy Camaro. It's crunch time. That means we're getting started on none other than the interior. Next, Tyler joins Tyler Craig to see what kind of rust is underneath the 1979 Porsche 911 SC Targa. Safe to say, he's hammering out the kinks. Finally, Tyler heads to the University of Missouri to meet with the bright minds of the university's race team to see what they've got cooking. You don't want to miss a second of today's exciting adventures, so take a seat, buckle up, and enjoy the ride.
All right, so it's race to the finish line time on the 69 Camaro. You've seen us have our struggles with getting the drivetrain, the motor, and everything done. But the drivetrain pretty much done. We got to get a drive shaft put together. But engine is running, broken in. It sounds beautiful. We're going to get some exhaust put on here pretty soon. The transmission has been tuned and flashed. It should be good to go, theoretically. All that stuff is good. Brakes bled. Mechanical wise, the thing's good. Now it's interior. Now it's, we've got to reveal this thing here in a few weeks from this, and we got to get the interior done. It's all here. We just got to get it in. So we bought a TMI center console here, and made a few subtle updates to it, so they come ready to take on the horseshoe shifter that came on these factory and the factory gauge cluster. Now we're using Dakota Digital aftermarket digital gauges, so it's all super nice, super clean, super accurate. It actually ties into the Holley system. They have a really cool little module here that connects directly to the Holley system, because usually these Dakota Digital systems, they have their own sensors that you plug into their module. Well, their module plugs into this other module of theirs, which then plugs into the Holley. So you can use one sensor for oil pressure, one sensor for coolant temperature, and it all talks to each other without a second set of sensors for the Holley and the gauges, which makes life a lot easier. And they look really nice, honestly. They're classic, but they're just modern enough, which is really what this car is. It's very classic, but man, we have just the right touches of modern in here, and we've done that with the interior. The customer picked out this center console from TMI. It's not anything too extravagant, but it's just perfect. It's going to complement the chocolate interior that you've seen. The updates I made was adding the little block here for the power windows. It's going right here next to the cup holders, and then this thing is getting heated seats. Those seats are heated, yeah. And I put them right here, all out of the way to where you're not going to hit them and accidentally roast your butt when you're driving down the road. Carpet is in. We've got it fitted. These come molded, but again, like anything that's bolt in, bolt on, takes a little adjustment. We've got it pretty much where we want it now, and yeah, we're gonna start putting this together. I do the headliner. I'm good at headliners, but they also stress me out. So why don't we go check that out? All right, you guys know what this is? Headliner. This is one of those items that I don't even know how to explain it. I get kind of excited about, because when you're done with it, it's extremely rewarding. The process is extremely rewarding, because it looks, well, I'll get into why it's rewarding, but it's a process, but it looks so good, man. When you get that headliner in, you get those sail panels on, door panels, they won't be in, but it just gives that look up there, and you got the trim around the windows. It's rewarding, and the reason why I'm acting so apprehensive about it is because, again, the process. So first things first is, there's a lot to it, but I mean, the most important thing is really finding your center point on these, because when you go to clip these up in there, you want this to be centered. So when you pull the edges and the front and the back and all that, you know your center point, and you can always trim the ends, because let's say we didn't find a center point, popped them up in there in the center clips, and you know, you're off one way to the other. You have like 2 inches to trim on one side, you go to the other side, you're short. That's a real bad day. So they give you plenty of extra here. I mean, you can even see the tabs or the ends here for the sleeves where the rods go in, has some extra. So they give you plenty, but you just got to make sure it's centered. So we're gonna mark that, and then we'll get it in there, and we'll see how we can get going. All right, so I showed you the most important thing with the headliner fabric itself, but the most important part of this entire project on a car that you've gotten with these still in here are these little bands that come across here, your little headliner bands. Keeping them in exact order, because some cars, the Camaros actually, the back two are very different, and you can tell if they're wrong, but the front two are pretty much identical. Seriously, we've gotten these projects in before where these bars are pulled out and it's just a pain. So finding which order and which holes they go in on each side is just, I don't even want to get into it, stresses me out. Nevertheless, keep track of their order, because the factory put them in a certain way in these certain holes, and each one has 3 holes, because these bands are just made out of, you know, just tube steel or whatever steel back in the day, and they're not consistent, so they had some adjustability, and your best bet is just to copy exactly how the guy did it in 1968 when they built this 1969 Camaro. So I'm gonna go mark these real quick, and then I'll pull them out one at a time, install them into the headliner on the table over there, and then bring it all over in the right order, and I know where to mark them. All right, now we get to put it in. So here's where life gets hard and easy all at the same time. I've got all my spots marked, and with all this together, it's just, well, let's just start. So this middle one, it's got some teeth here that really make it a pain, but the reason why I marked both the rod and the center point is because what I can do is get these perfectly in those little clips and pull it out tight. Seriously, these clips though, do you see my face? Like, they are meant to not ever come back out. We'll get there. Girl, I am victorious. This is why it's nice to have the windshield and rear glass out. This one is usually the worst with windows in. All right, we got him in. Looks good. Want to send it? Yeah. Hey. What are you doing? Oh my God.
A little bit of rust repair.
But this wasn't supposed to have any rust. Oh my God.
Well, it wasn't supposed to, but Luckily, it's confined to one area.
Is that where that battery was?
I do believe.
That is where that battery was.
I do believe battery acid is the culprit.
I hate battery mounts. Huh. I was taking apart a Porsche. I mean, this is. It's almost like it's like cast together as one part, but multiple panels.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot going on in that area, but shouldn't be too bad. I got the subframe and everything out of the way, and obviously they don't make any of these patch panels, so we'll have to custom make our own. But
I see you've already got one in there.
Yeah, nothing that can't be done.
Nothing that can be done with a grinder and metal. Sure. And some welding.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that probably just sat in there for a while and slowly but surely. I mean, at least there's no rust anywhere else, right?
No, not that I found. Everywhere else is super solid.
All right, so I had to get you some good news. The body looked pretty nice when we got it. I mean, when we got all that old crap off.
Oh yeah.
Was it fine?
I mean, for the most part, it really was super clean, with the exception of maybe one little small spot up here.
So there was more rust.
Just a tiny bit of rust right here underneath the windshield.
Underneath
area.
the windshield, of course. Of course, underneath the windshield.
We got that one fixed, and otherwise super clean. You know, just a couple little tiny dings here and there. And
yeah, it looks like a pretty big ding back here, which I saw on day one when you guys started scraping the paint off.
Yeah, there was that one.
Yeah. Always fun to see what you find underneath a heavy coat of Bondo.
I can definitely say I've seen much worse.
So like now we've gone, another layer into just the deconstruction and teardown. Any other concerns, or does everything look?
No, I think everything looks pretty promising. You know, we're just fixing a couple of the spots that we found along the way, and we should be moving right along and get some.
Do any expensive Porsche specific parts look broken or needing replaced yet?
Not yet, but I would assume that we will get there.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much with these. They're just so simple but complicated all at the same time. I hate their wiring. The wiring is just a mess. Like what's what. Should be fun.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, did you get to work on that one part over here?
On the truck?
No, on the dent back here.
I have a bit.
All right, so what have they done here?
This was probably the worst of the worst. There was obviously a slight, dent here. Somebody had tried to do some previous repair. And
are these all seam welds?
These?
Yeah.
No, somebody had drilled holes. These were all holes that somebody had drilled to try to maybe put screws in. And
those are humongous holes.
Use a slide hammer to pull, and so we just welded them back up and actually done a little bit of heating on it to try to,
oil can repair?
Yeah, heat it and cool it.
Between the two, let me see.
A lot better than what it was, but still probably a little bit of hammering to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really not too terrible, like a little low spot right here.
Yeah, right in here. Maybe still just a little low
right. Yeah, I mean, you can't really hammer and dolly that because it's all you're gonna do is stretch the metal with all those dang weld just gunks everywhere.
Yeah, and you can get to the back side of it, but there's not much room to really swing a hammer or anything, so.
I mean, I can see these first cuts here. It looks like things are pretty flat for the most part.
Yeah, I think honestly, we get through this and maybe a couple other dings, we'll be ready to start blocking. And
yeah, I saw a couple marks up there where you'd sanded down and hammered out.
You'll just start smoothing her out.
Cool. And the interior. I can't wait to get to the interior.
The interior.
This looks clean in there for how musty it smelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that musty smell definitely gave us a little history lesson on this car. AKA it's been stored in some pretty humid climate environment for quite some time. Yeah, we'll get that recoated and start from scratch.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Justin?
How's it going, Tyler?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you.
How's it going? My name's Justin Bowers. I'm currently a junior at the University of Missouri studying computer science and electrical engineering. And this year I'm the president of Mizzou Racing.
Glad I finally got to make it out.
Oh yeah, it's great to have you here.
Shoot, man, this is it?
Yeah,
is awesome.
so this year's car number 55 is our competition car we competed with in 2024.
Okay.
It took first place in the nation in the skid pad event. So it's actually the fastest cornering car in the entire United States.
Got some good downforce?
Yeah, we make tons of downforce, massive rear wing, massive front wing here. We do all of our composites, layups in-house right here. We do all of our carbon fiber. We got the nose cone here, carbon fiber dashboard, carbon fiber side pods, carbon fiber ducts on the sides there.
So this thing's pretty light. How much does it weigh?
This car weighs about 480 pounds.
How much horsepower?
And it makes, right now, 63 horsepower.
Okay.
So it's a little bit less than the stock, but because it weighs so light, it really rips around the track still.
Right. Dang, this is cool. So yeah, I mean, what kind of motor do you use? Is this just like looks like a motorcycle, kind of small bike kind of motor?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a motorcycle engine out of a Honda CBR 600RR, pretty common sport bike. We take it, we modify it, all of the externals, all the coolant systems. This one has high compression pistons from Wiseco Pistons in it that we tore it all apart and rebuilt it with those. And with that, we're making that 63 horsepower.
Yeah, so I mean, this is pretty much, I mean, ground up. I mean ground up everything. Roll cage, motor. I mean, of course you don't, cast a motor, but you take a motor and make it so much more than it came from the factory. And I mean, you design everything here. I mean, every single measurement is from your guys' design, right?
Totally, yeah. Ground up design, down to welding your own chassis, manufacturing all the carbon fiber components, handling the suspension geometry, inboard, outboard suspension, welding control arms. We do full electronic work from the wiring harness down to the custom ECU package on our Motec M150 ECU, custom dashboard, custom live telemetry data logging systems, and a bunch of metal work all throughout.
Awesome. So, speaking of electric, you know the reason I'm here.
Oh yeah.
We found each other because of this EV race car that you have, and I'm dying to see it. All right, so I'm like seriously in heaven. I'm a Mizzou grad, and I love racing. I mean, yeah, and now there's an electric car too. Come on.
Yeah, well, we'll get you over there. Hey, Jack.
Hi, my name's Jack Fells. I'm the Chief Electrical Engineer for Mizzou Racing, and I oversee all electrical components, including software, high voltage, tractive system, battery packs, all sorts of stuff like that.
What's up, Jack? How's it going? Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah, nice to see you too. So this is car number 216. This is our competition car from June of 2024, right? So this is an electric car as opposed to the combustion car you guys just saw.
Yes. This is awesome.
Naturally, no gas here. Instead of an engine, instead of that CBR 600 RR, we actually have a 7.249 kilowatt hour battery pack.
7.249. 7.249.
Three decimals there.
Yeah,
2.9
my clients
kilo.
wouldn't be too happy with that. With their, they want some mileage. You're not gonna get too much mileage, but that's not what this is designed for.
Yeah, that's not what this is designed for. Right, this one's got to race for 20 minutes. I
Yeah.
believe it's like 30 kilometers is what it's got to go. I don't
Yeah.
know what that is in miles, but not very far.
Yeah, we're American.
So,
we don't know.
Yeah, as opposed to like a Tesla 100 kilowatt hour battery pack, this is
Right.
less than a tenth.
Yeah. And where's
So-
that pack?
That pack is right under the
That
seat
box
here.
there?
So if we move this carbon fiber seat out of the way.
How much does your pack weigh?
The entire battery pack is about 130 pounds.
Okay.
So this is it right here. You can see we have our control electronics down here. That's our vehicle control unit and our power distribution module.
So that looks like the same module. It's all fully programmed by you guys?
Yeah, so same module, same electronic control unit as on the IC car. Fully programmed by us. It's running all the custom software, a lot of custom CAN integration to talk to the inverter. Same power distribution module as well. We want to make these things as shareable as possible.
Right.
For our
So,
limited resources.
the ICE obviously is fully built and designed from scratch. I mean, you're not buying
Right.
certain packs. Now the inverter and
Right.
the battery modules and cells themselves
Yes.
you buy,
We buy
but
those, right. So this is off the shelf, our motor is off the shelf on the back there, and then the battery modules are off the shelf. Everything else we try to make as in-house as possible.
now
So-
you had mentioned recently about buying individual cells. How's
Correct.
that coming along?
Not well.
Not well?
So we actually decided that for the scope of this project, it was actually going to be better if we did more of a unique packaging with a different off-the-shelf module rather than starting from scratch and
Both
making
the
our
modules,
own.
yeah.
That was a safety concern, a time concern, and an overall manpower concern there.
Right.
So we decided to go a slightly simpler route, but don't get me wrong, we're still going to do
It's still,
some
no,
really
we
cool
build our own battery
packaging.
packs for
Yeah.
some of our projects too, and even
Yeah.
using modules, and we use Tesla modules, which are as bolt-on as you can get for that.
Right.
It still takes some programming and
Yeah.
and all that. Now, not to the extent of programming you probably do, but question is which one's faster?
Unrestricted, no one knows.
No one
Restricted,
knows.
we did a 0 to 60 test, but it was a pretty even tie. One's not faster than the other, they just have their own driving
Yeah.
quirks. Like the IC car is a little bit more oversteery, this car is a
Yeah.
little bit more understeery.
Right,
It's
there's
just
so many
got- There's a
different-
little bit more mass coming in, you don't have engine braking, but once you get like off the line, this one's pretty quick,
Okay.
out of the corner, so it all about evens out. IC car probably has a little bit of an edge.
Yeah. All right. One more question.
Yeah.
And final question. When do I get to drive one?
Never.